to make sure that they can see this. So there's probably more of them out there than in this room right now. So thank you for your patience to the viewers. Since we are live streaming, there's going to be a couple different cameras going on this evening. One's front and center, and then one over here in front of the step and repeat. So just a little housekeeping. Try to keep that in mind as you come up to the stage, everybody. And beyond that, what brings us here together tonight is looking back at a year of sports. This past year, we had 9 competitive teams and seasons, way up from years before, which included 67 competitions. 47 of those were home. And just thinking about those numbers out loud makes me realize how much work was done by you, the players, showing up day in and day out for practices, for our coaches, putting in long days, nights, weekends of travel away from family and home. Our student event staff coming in to make it the whole thing seamless, or as seamless as possible in this case. Our refs for showing up despite the weather. And our student volunteers, like Voices TV, and our broadcasters and our commentators, doing things because they care so much about our sports, often for free. And that all happened in less than 28 weeks. Of those 67, 38 were wins. If you take our runnings team average to be in the top half of the race, that's included in there. It's hard to measure all of our sports. We don't really fit in the boxes, but that's our motto. Not our motto, but that's kind of our mode. But this year we had a lot of wins. I've heard personally from other competitors that we had a particularly good teams this year and that we were looking really good, the best that they've seen in years, including our men's basketball team who took home a 10-4 season. Whoop, whoop. The first time we've had a winning record in who knows how long, because my records only go back to 2015, but I've heard 2001 because of the banner in the back. Our soccer team beat the Putney men for the first time in at least 7 years. All right. And of course, the esports team did extremely well. They had an 8-1 season for Rocket League in the fall, 4-4 for Overwatch, and a perfect 8-0 season for their Valorant team. Earning 2 banners this year. So there's a lot to celebrate. Now, numbers are wonderful when you have them, but it's also not the only reason that we come in here to recognize sports. We're also here to celebrate some of the truly inspiring individuals who've demonstrated rock-steady character or development, leaders stepping up in big ways, even when they think no one's looking. But we see you. Mentoring new teammates and sharing words of wisdom and encouragement. Students taking guidance from coaches, sometimes begrudgingly, but yet having those conversations that will leave a lasting impact. Those are the real wins with our program. We get to work with some pretty incredible individuals and show them the strengths and the way to move forward, and how to replace those doubts and those demons in our heads with confidence and inspiration for others. It's all of those things, plus the late nights, the long days, doing it even when you're tired and don't want to, showing up for your team, the travel, and what appears to be limitless passion for our sports. So tonight we celebrate those moments on top of good plays, wins, chemistry on and off the court, and days that make you part of a team and family. So tonight, I'll invite up the coaches, one at a time, to the podium to highlight their season and present awards. Teams will appear in the season in order of them competing on the season. And then we'll end with major annual awards and 2 special non-annual awards. So first up, I'd like to invite our head running coach, Josh Fields.
Hi, everybody. Running had a great season this past fall. We are primarily a fall sport, and then we have optional group runs during the spring semester. And we competed at a variety of area road races and trail races, a lot of trail races this year. And actually, our first competition, which is the reason why I'm first, was before any of our practices. So several of our students actually went out and ran, and some of them hadn't run in months. So each year, my Coach's Award has a different spin on it, and it's designed to kind of recognize a different quality that is important in a competitive runner. As an independent, aerobically driven sport, running offers a unique opportunity to measure pure fitness and therefore an individual's commitment to long-term work and consistent growth. A successful runner is not made over the course of a season, but rather over the course of years and even decades. In fact, if an athlete only trained within a college season, their progress over even 4 years would be extremely limited, and they'd be at an elevated risk of injury. So the fact is, to even come close to reaching your potential, running has to be a year-round sport for many consecutive years. So the best runners are usually the best students of the sport, the ones who want to learn the ins and outs of training and racing, the athletes who want to learn about biomechanics and anatomy to resist their injuries, the ones who listen to their coach's input but also learn on their own and trust their gut. The athletes passionate about finding new opportunities for competition and about bringing new runners into the fold. As a coach of many hundreds of runners, I can tell you with confidence, those that exhibit the most passion for these details are the most successful over time. We have an athlete here tonight who not only trains and races at a higher level, but who was also one of these students of the sport. Someone who's passionate and enthusiastic about encouraging others, diving into the details, and seeking additional competitive opportunities. An athlete who not only willingly works hard, but craves the hard work, yet has enough self-control to run easy on their easy days. Someone who I find face up in the end of most races, unable to speak. An athlete and a phenomenal student who truly exemplifies the qualities that make a runner who is still successful a decade from now. And that's really who we're building here. I'm pleased to present this year's Coach's Award to Claudia Sherman. I'd now like to introduce head soccer coach Zach Steinbaum.
How's it going, everyone? Oh. It's hard to believe that the year's just about over. It feels like yesterday that September was right around the corner, and I was meeting y'all for the first time, and I was hobbling around my crutches and chucking them at the ball every now and then. Needless to say, it has been an absolute pleasure coaching each and every one of you and watching y'all grow both as players and as people within the Landmark community. Sincerity that coaching you guys has been one of the greatest and most valuable things I've ever done in my 23 years of life. But enough of that, let's talk about the year. The fall season was awesome. We had an unbelievable start, beating the Putney men for the first time in years. So that's a huge accomplishment. So the rest of the season definitely had some shining moments as well. For instance, after we took a hard loss to Bennington, 4-1 at Bennington, they came to us where we destroyed them 7-0. In our blue and white game, we had a great and close match, which ended in a 2-1 victory for the blue team. During the indoor season, although we played some really tough opponents then, we closed out really well, winning the 3v3 tournament at the All Sport Arena, which was the soccer team's first trophy in who knows how many years. In this tournament, we showed teamwork, determination, and an abundance of skill, winning every single game, going undefeated in the tournament. In the spring semester, we've had a ton of fun. We played against Simon's Rock and the Putney men, and I've been focusing on having fun practices and building team chemistry so that we're ready for next semester. Some of my favorite times this year have come from this season, whether it's playing soccer on the quad, World Cup down at the field, or anything in between. To all the athletes tonight, thank you for being here and taking the time to recognize both you and your teammates. But to my team, congrats on a fantastic season, and I am proud to be your coach. With that being said, I have 2 awards to give out tonight. When I was deciding on these awards, there were 3 categories that players had to excel in: commitment to the team, positivity on and off the field, and skill. The decision was quite difficult as there were many players deserving of an award, but there were 2 players who stood out more than anyone else. My first award is the Coach's Award. When I took over as head coach in the spring, I definitely took some time to find my footing. I was the sole coach as Josh Ascani had taken a step back, and the team's captain and my close friend, Zach Hahn, had just graduated in the fall. The recipient of this award took a major step forwards. I could consistently rely on this player to not only give me input on drills or feedback from the rest of the team, but also led warm-ups, helped set up drills, and was the go-to guy for all things soccer. It doesn't stop there. In our championship-winning 3v3 tournament, to say this player was on fire would be a severe understatement. From slick dribbling moves to the ball, to quick give-and-go passes, to multiple goal games, this player was a centerpiece of our team, and in my opinion, was the MVP of the tournament. So with that being said, this coach's award goes to Josh Sampaio. This next award says MVP, or Most Valuable Player. When I think of an MVP, I think of a difference maker. I'm thinking of someone who's going to transform the game as soon as they step onto the field. Someone who I can put into any position and they'll immediately excel. From the very first practice, it was clear that this player had a level of skill that I have not seen in my 3 total years of Landmark College. When I put this player onto the field, the play immediately began to flow around them. Whether it was playing a gorgeous pass, dribbling through multiple defenders, or shutting down dangerous attacks, this player did it all with confidence and consistency. Even though this player was a defender, he was one of their team's top goal scorers. And although this player's technical skills, composure, and soccer IQ were unmatched this season, it was their integrity and humility that shined the brightest. And while those shined bright, their goal from almost half field shined pretty damn bright too. So this year's MVP goes to Darren Rodriguez. I'd now like to hand the mic over to the esports coaches, Noah Jansen and just Noah Jansen.
Hello, everyone. I was in your seat a year ago as a student. It's been great to be the esports coach. The program has come an incredibly long way in the past 2.5, 3 years that I've been able to be a part of it. So I cannot thank everyone, especially my team this year, for accomplishing so much, bringing home the first ever conference championship in school history. So once again, just shout out to the Valorant team for completing something that none of us thought we could have done at the start. I have a lot of awards to give out, so I won't take too much of your time. I would like to start out with the Coach's Award for Overwatch 2. This player brought so much energy and so much light to the Overwatch team any single time that they stepped into practice. They stepped up their level of commitment significantly from years past and made such a massive impact on this team in terms of recruitment, in terms of environment, and in terms of keeping, quote unquote, the vibe right. I would like to give this Coach's Award to Orion Kent. keep on the trend of Overwatch 2, I would like to give our most valuable player. This player guided me as their coach in order for me to fully understand Overwatch. It's a game that I'm not familiar with. In fact, most of you who know me know that I really did not enjoy Overwatch at the beginning of this year and have actively campaigned against hosting that due to the difficulty and the skill required in order to not only coach, but to also play this game. This player was our highest ranked player and came in as someone that you could really look up to and lead the team effectively throughout their entire time playing the game. I'd like to give this coach's award to Emi Zoshi. Switching them up, sorry. So now on to Valorant. So this was incredibly difficult due to the amount of players that had shown such tremendous skill throughout the entire time of us playing Valorant. But this goes to a student that was new to Landmark as well as esports this semester. This is someone that stepped up in a major way for the team week in, week out. And I could not thank him enough for being here, contributing to the team. Auden Finstead, I do not believe that Auden is with us. No, awesome. So I will make sure to give this to him later, but he brings home the coach's award. Awesome. Awesome. And then for our Valorant most valuable player, the most valuable player for Valorant this season goes to someone who went above and beyond to lead the team as our IGL, as well as to lead the team in kills and consistently provide knowledge during practice and assist me with coaching almost every single day. I would like to give the most valuable player to Jaden Clark. I would like to welcome to the stage my former coach, Dr. Eric Goebel-Lynch.
Hi, everybody. I have the pleasure today of giving out an award for the fall semester Rocket League team that made it all the way to the conference finals. I'm going to go ahead and spoil who I'm giving the award to because I think, well, for one thing, he's not here, but also I think it's a name a lot of us in the room will recognize. This award is going to Zachary Hahn. Let's give him applause. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about this because this esports program that we've heard so much about probably wouldn't exist at all if it wasn't for the work of Zach Hahn. Him being passionate about Rocket League, about esports, is what gave me the opportunity to step in as a coach, what gave us as a school the opportunity to grow that program. And without his leadership, day in, day out, weekend, season in and out, the program would look a lot different right now. Zach put so many hours into championing his fellow players, practicing the game, helping me get my feet under me as a coach as well. It really can't be overstated the influence that he's had on esports that has ignited something that is really special at this college that is still only just getting started. In our last season, Zach was an instrumental part of the team that played weekly in helping us get to that conference finals, and his contributions were just incredible. So Zach, if you're watching at home, I hope that you recognize and you are proud of the amount of work that you put in and everything that you deserve as a leader with esports and just in your time here at this college. So congratulations. I know you're doing great things now and after graduating. There's a lot more to come for you.
What's up? What's up, everybody? We are the head coaches and assistant coach for the men's basketball team. So can we give it a round of applause just for that? Don't want to keep you. For those that know me, you know I can talk all day. So I'm gonna keep this short and sweet so that we can get into the individual awards. First, I just want to shout out to all the players, all the athletes in this room. Let's just clap it up for them. Uh, Also, the coaches, you know, it's a lot of time and energy that's given in time and time again. So shout out to the coaches in this room. Shout out to the coaches. The men's basketball team, man, it's been a season, y'all. And I really want to really hit everyone with this quote because I feel like this is really what the season was. From the great Jimmy V, if you know basketball, then you know who Jimmy V is. A person really doesn't become whole until he becomes a part of something that's bigger than himself. And that says a lot about this basketball team. It's not about I, it's about we. I think at the beginning of the season, it was, hey, we want to have a winning season and we want to give this season everything we have. And I believe that this basketball team did just that. It wasn't about just showing up, but it was about giving it all you got. And we had a great coach that's no longer here, Coach Wood, that was like, if you show up and you try, if you show up and you try your very best, then anything is possible. And I think the record states that. I think the players did just. So let's clap it up for the men's basketball team, yo. Okay, before we get into the awards, I also want to shout out Isaac Lum. I just really want to give a big shout out to my assistant coach. I wouldn't be able to get through this season without him. I think, you know, 4 to 5 times a week, really connecting on the court, off the court. I want to be able to do this without him. So I really want to give a big shout out to Isaac. And I believe in teamwork. You can't accomplish a goal without teamwork. So shout out to Coach K also for those weekend practices and connecting with those players one on ones. Thank you so much, Coach K. All right. So Isaac's gonna call out a couple of athletes are gonna be getting some awards today. Really proud of y'all.
Thank you, everyone. All right, this award goes to someone who plays multiple sports. Someone who was just incredible, just watching him just run up and down the court. Because you can't miss him. He's like super tall, right? But just an incredible person, great personality. Always seemed like he was having fun. So rookie of the year goes to Storm Strickland. Oh, you got it. Looking for it.
Good.
All right, Coaches Award. This is someone who's been with us and has helped us so much to build this program. He's an artist on the court and artist off the court. He's a great person, truly talented, and I wish him the best. I'm pretty sure he's going to keep moving forward and doing great things on and off the court. But his style is unique. It really stands out when other coaches would come up to us and they would say, how much they want a player like him on their team. But we're really truly grateful to have him. So, Coaches Award, we already know who it is. Tavon Wilson.
All right, we got another coaches award. I think this person already knows who he is, but Big J left, our center left, and Lucas playing power forward. I'm naming him already, but Lucas really stepped his game up, and really, I want to say he had one big game. What's the record? Quadruple double, yeah. And he really balled out. But just to see your passion for the game, your drive for the game, you constantly hitting us up like, oh, what can I do better? What can I work on? We're really, really proud of you, Lucas. So our coaches award goes to Lucas. Yeah, Lucas!
This award is most valuable player. Wow, we can go for a long time. About this talented, very very talented person who gives it his all. Right, 9 a.m. workouts, working on our offense. Really put the hard work in the dirt when no one notices. And during our game, you can see how much effort, how much passion, how much energy he puts in. Right, he plays like the players that he looks up to. Right. Um, this player has truly inspired me, and Coach Mark made us better coaches, gave us great feedback. Um, he was a great locker room person. Um, you know, all the players appreciated his effort and talent. And during the games, he would set the tone, right? He would set intensity on the court, right? Because when you have a player on your team that can fire from long range, and the other team can't match that, that makes all of our other teammates, that makes all of our guys fired up, and that sets the tone, and everyone kind of starts to gel, and everyone plays better. And when you have a point guard who can do that, that's really really valuable. So when it comes to being a great player, a lot of it is mastering your craft, but all of it comes from believing in yourself. And I really hope he continues to do that in all aspects of his life because he's truly talented and he has a gift. And I've never seen anyone play like him. So most valuable player goes to Mr. Justin Cade.
Okay, we got next up Coach K, women's basketball team. Let's go, let's go.
Thank you. Bear with me. I'm a little out of my element. Usually, if I'm in front of a crowd, I'm up here. I'm yelling about flying drills and down and back. So I'm actually going to ask the ladies team to come join me on stage when we do our awards. Come on up, ladies. Our two awards tonight are most improved player and the coach's award. First up is most improved player. This player consistently grew better every practice, more confidence every game, stronger every time she got knocked down. She's best described as pure determination, and this award goes to Addison Copeland. Come on over here. Our next award, the coach's award, should best be described as the leadership award. This player showed up early and swept the floor before every practice. She also stayed after to make sure all the equipment was put away. She delegated tasks to teammates to make sure warm-up started on time and as planned. The team leader, our captain, Sopna Atkinson Tatro. Thank you, ladies. It was a great season.
Let's go Sharks.
Next up is the head baseball coach, Robert Lutz.
Wow, look at all these good-looking people. Man, it's a nice-looking room. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. First, I want to recognize that the awards I'm going to give out tonight are, while they're individual awards, that they don't happen in a vacuum. Right? They don't happen without the help of all the teammates that everyone has and all the work that we put in. So if everyone on the baseball team could just stand up for me and stay standing for a bit. Thanks. Let's give them a hand. Thanks. Please stay standing. 3 days ago, we were playing our last game in Boston, and a couple things happened that made me kind of envious. The first one was that they had their own grounds crew. They had a professional grounds crew, and they didn't rely on the students and the coaches to maintain the field. I thought that was pretty cool. I think maybe you guys did too. The second thing they did was right before the game, they had a little ceremony. It was a community college, and they had what they called Sophomore Day, where all the players who were graduating got a little plaque and a photo and had a little ceremony. So I thought I'd take a little time tonight and ask all the players that were graduating to give a little wave, and you can give a round of applause as you see fit. In no particular order: Yair White, Jaden Clark, Ryan Sanchez, Matt Janowitz, Alex Bernius, Harry Englander, and Liam Mulholland. Well, yeah, come on up. Come on up. There they are. Thanks, guys. You can sit down now. Everybody can sit down. Thank you. Okay, thank you. First up will be most improved player. And I believe this player is a great example of how hard work pays off. He attended nearly every single practice, worked hard all the time, often without much notice or fanfare. He dedicated himself to learning at every chance, and because of that was able to dramatically improve his hitting, fielding, and throwing over the course of the season. He listens closely to instructions and takes them to heart. He commits to himself to getting better every day. His concentration and focus are improving as fast as his mechanics and skills. And if he keeps working as hard as he has, I think he's going to develop into quite a seamless ball player in the next few years. I can't wait to see him again in the fall. Landmark Baseball's most improved player for 2025, Patrick Toole. Next up is Rookie of the Year. I got this idea from Coach Thurman. I wasn't going to do a rookie, but I heard him mention it in the meeting last weekend. Do the same thing. This is a person who sought me out at new student orientation in what was it, January, February. He quickly recited his credentials to me and what he could do to help the team, and his enthusiasm was infectious. He was going to be a left-handed pitcher, a first baseman, an outfielder, and he was a switch hitter too. I couldn't believe my luck. He made an immediate positive impact on me, and I loved his energy and enthusiasm for the coming season. Still waiting to see his switch hitting skills, but every other description of himself rang true and accurate that day. As much as I remember the specific plays he made on the field, catching fly balls in the outfield, giving us a couple of innings in the middle of the games when we needed him most, or hitting a laser line drive that just missed being fair down the right field line, it was going to be a sure double. The things I remember most about him are the things that he did off the field. Let me know if I needed a volunteer to go over to the field and check the conditions after it rained. If players were working on something during practice, like groundskeeping, he would see what was going on and immediately pitch in without having to be asked. He'd be proactive and volunteer information and insights during the course of practices, always with valuable intent. I suspect he spent more time thinking about the team than I have, actually, and I'm grateful for his dedication. It's his first semester at Landmark, and if he continues to develop as a leader, this may not be the last time you hear his name mentioned for an award. This award was previously called the Coaches Award, and I decided I would call it the Rookie of the Year. I could have given the same player the award as Coaches Award, but since he's a Red Sox fan, I wanted to place him in instead with some of the guys who maybe were his idols over time. 1972, Carlton Fisk. 1975, Fred Lynn. 1997, Nomar Garcia-Parra. 2007, Dustin Pedroia. All great players and teammates and people, as is Landmark's 2025 Baseball Rookie of the Year, Lyle Jack. Okay, next up for me, most valuable player. Sometimes the choice is easy, and this is one of those times. Our MVP led the team while it was in between coaches. He continually worked hard in practices, not just on his own mechanics, but on developing the mechanics of all the other players and making them better, improving them. His actions and attitude elevated the skills for all the other players, and it's not a stretch to say that if it weren't for him, baseball might not have survived as a sport at Landmark. Thanks to his efforts, we were able to field a team, and his hard work as a catcher, pitcher, and shortstop was matched by the thoughtful input and assistance he would give me on lineups, roster changes, and pitching management. My only regret, well, actually, I have two. The first is I couldn't convince him to play center field. The second is, and I want to make sure I say this right, the second is I wasn't able to convince the administration to make him a player coach. I can only hope that from his example, the idea will not seem so radical to future administrations, and the next generation of exceptional student leaders may be able to reap the rewards of the attempt he and I put forth this year. I was watching the stream of last year's ceremony, giving some ideas on what was expected of me and what I should say while I'm up here, and how the night will go. And I realized that this player will be winning the baseball MVP for the second consecutive year. So I worried about it for a little bit, but then I did a little research, and I found out it wasn't such a rare occurrence. Here's some other players that have won consecutive MVP awards. Yogi Berra, Mickey Mantle, Ernie Banks, Joe Morgan, Mike Schmidt, Frank Thomas, Barry Bonds, and Shohei Ohtani. Since nearly all those players are, should be, or will be in the Hall of Fame, don't be surprised if you see me here 5 years from now writing down this person's name again, a Landmark Athletics Hall of Fame nomination. Landmark Baseball's MVP for the second consecutive year, Alex Bernier. Thanks so much, everyone. And I think now I'm tossing it to Noah Jansen for Athlete of the Year. Is that right?
Awesome. Welcome again to present the Athlete of the Year award. So most of us are used to this seeing to go to athletes competing within traditional sports. So we have players playing basketball that have won in the past. Looking at you, Tavon. Uh, Athletes that have been winning playing baseball, like previous coach Pat McKenna. This year, I get to welcome into a new generation of non-traditional sport, the first esport athlete to win. The player that is winning the Athlete of the Year award has not lost a regular season match in the past 18 months. To put that into perspective, that's going a year and a half of not losing a single game. I would like to present the Athlete of the Year award to our team captain for Valorant, as well as a star player for the Rocket League team last season, Jaden Clark. To present the next award, Scholar Athlete of the Year, I present Mark Thurman and Isaac Alam.
All right. So we have our Scholar Athlete Award, and do to be able to be an athlete here and do well in class is very, very, very difficult. But this individual was able to do it on a basketball court and in a classroom, and had two big games for us. It was in Hampshire and New School. And this individual has been on the team what, 2 seasons now? 2 seasons now, and really been a part of this family. We really want to give this award to Scholar Athlete Award goes to Ari. Come on up, man. Uh, I'm not sure who's supposed to come up next. Oh, Rob, come on up.
All right. Thanks again. All right. Next award is the George Noble Dedication to Team Award. It just occurred to me that it's written out in the program, but I wanted to go ahead and mention the three criteria for the award. It is awarded to a student athlete who has gone above and beyond in their passion for sports. They're a role model for their peers, but may not be an obvious leader. And the third is this individual displays quiet leadership in and out of the athletic arena with little pomp or circumstance. Some of this may seem repetitive. About late spring 2024 and early fall 2025, this person held the team together when they were without a coach. He stepped in as an instructor and drill leader and continued in those roles for the entire season. He's consistently coaching and teaching other players, offering positive feedback. His thoughtful input, helpful advice, and positive attitude have made the team better. He's gifted athletically, but those gifts pale in comparison to his leadership abilities. Second qualification for this award states the winner may not be an obvious leader, which is good because leadership qualities couldn't be more obvious for this person. He can play any position on the field, but particularly excels at catcher and shortstop, two positions where he can lead the team's defense with his efforts and attitude. His ability to teach and lead aren't just limited to baseball. He's been an instructor in both athletics and arts for over 10 years, teaching both children and adults. He's probably forgotten more about instructing and teaching than I've ever learned. His experiences teaching at such a young age give him a unique perspective. He derives significant rewards from teaching, but recognizes that the fact that the act of teaching or coaching can also deepen his own understanding of the subject matter. He likes to stress meeting students where they are and breaking down instruction into simple, manageable steps. A lot of people have mentioned to me that there wouldn't have been a landmark baseball team had I not been accepted the head coach position. With all due respect, I'm not so sure that's true, because what I saw when I arrived was a well-run, organized operation, one in which I could inject myself at my own pace, knowing I had the support and honest feedback from the one remaining person who had the most institutional knowledge of the team, its players, and their abilities. That person also happened to be a student, and if I'm not mistaken, an esports champion in his rookie season. He's graduating and moving on, and while I wish him the best of luck, something tells me I may be reading or hearing about his additional accomplishments in the future. I'm proud to announce the winner of the George Noble Dedication to Team Award to someone I would want on my team in athletics, work, or any of life's endeavors. A great athlete, passionate teacher, and even better person. You heard his name last year. You heard it once tonight. So one more time, let's hear it for Alex Burgess. Next will be the Sports Leadership Awards. And again, I'm tossing to Noah Jansen. You all know him, right?
It's my pleasure to pass down this award, having won it last year, to someone who decided to take on two separate esports this semester just to challenge themselves. This person also decided to help schedule every single practice for the Overwatch team outside of what our normal practice hours were. Went in depth analytically to review every single match, control VOD review for the entire team, and help any player that was struggling. His leadership also was seen outside, where he could often be seen having a meal with a player, checking in on any of his friends on the team or on the other Valorant team as well, just to make sure that they were all understanding. Kevin really stepped up this semester to show everyone what he was capable of, both on the esports team as well as off of it, maintaining an incredible GPA and full course load. Kevin, if you'd like to come up here and receive the Sports Leadership Award.
All right. Every one of you players came into this institution as individuals, but you're leaving tonight as teams and being part of something greater than yourself. For seniors and transferring students, know that this place will always be a welcome place to visit. And for our returning students, don't forget to stay in shape over the summer. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Please feel free to grab some food, take it home, and have a good night. He's gonna do big team photo.